on at that. It's an Indiegogo for Home Story Cup 11. One of the biggest things about this, guys, is they're at $15,432 raised. $2,000 to go, and we get to go to Germany. Zombie and I get to go to Germany. We get to go to the Home Story Cup. Maybe have a bit of a base trade meetup on the side, but cast some Home Story Cup as well. It's all far too appealing. And if you got a couple of bucks to spare, they added some new perks and some new rewards. Please check it out. But that aside, spawning here in the bottom right corner of the map to start this last best of 5 this morning, we've got the blue Zerg player, Acer's Bly.
The top left as the purple Terran, it's once again Goody.
Alright, Goody did not show a great series versus Nurchio. Goody has always been one of these players who, again, he could just play the game slowly and surely and beat most players in StarCraft 2, or at least piss them off so bad they make their own mistakes. None of that happened for when he played against Nurchio. Now, maybe it'll be a different set versus Bly, but Bly is also a very aggressive Heart of the Swarm, or sorry, well, yes, Heart of the Swarm, but Legacy of the Void player as well. He likes roaches, he likes burrow, he likes nidus worms. These are all things I could see perhaps being a bit problematic to Goody.
Yeah. Goody might be annoying in the late game, but Bly's annoying in the early game. And you know which one happens first, Rifkin?
Is it the late game?
No, it's the early game.
Oh, damn it.
Oh, nuts. It's so close.
It's like Dora the Explorer. You gotta pause and wait for their response.
Was it the Geico commercials? Like, whoever their advertising guy is has some good ideas for commercials.
What, the Gecko
I really
stuff?
Yeah, but it's also the, like, there's the, if you're blank, you do this. If you're blank, you do that. And then there's also, God, I can't remember. Like, they have, like 4 different ad campaigns, basically, for Geico. But one of them is, like, a bunch of, like, explorers, or, like, they're climbing Mount Everest, and they're like, you know, oh, like, yes, we made it to the top. Congratulations, men. We are the first to, you know, climb Mount whatever. And then it's like, if you're mountain climbers, you know, you climb mountains or whatever. And then Dora the Explorer is there, and she's like, hey guys, it took you so long. Are you ready to learn Spanish? And the explorers just like all like put down their like their gear and like walk off the mountain.
What? That is like, what?
So if you're Dora the Explorer, you explore.
I get it. I'm just like, that is such a... You gotta not be sober to come up with an idea like that, is all I'm gonna say. You know?
I thought it was funny, man. Like, you imagine like Dora the Explorer, this little like kid. It's just like Pokemon, right? You spend years and years perfecting your skills, getting the best Pokemon. You're in like the final state, like the road to a... Oh shit, actually I don't remember Pokemon terminology, it's been so long. But like you're one of like the final bosses in Pokemon. And some like snot-nosed little like 13-year-old with a bunch of like the best Pokemon ever to exist comes to just whoop your ass. And you're like, what the fuck?
I think the words you were looking for were the Indigo Plateau, by the way.
Thank you. Thanks, nerd.
Leads to the Elite Four.
There you go.
Actually, you know, speaking of commercials, you know that Flo chick from like the car insurance commercials or whatever?
Yeah.
I can't remember her name. I wish I could so I could go look it up again. But she's got some stand-up, and she's actually pretty raunchy / hilarious.
Yeah, that's the first thing that I knew her from. And that when she got hired for that, she said that it was so unreal to have to pretend to be this really happy-go-lucky person.
Okay, well, we got the tank drops coming out of Goody. I think this much is to be expected. Bly did not go for Mutalisks. He might have a bit of non-fun dealing with this, but at the same time, if he gets Tunneling Claws out, Bly has shown us a lot of ways to deal with tank drops with Tunneling Claws and with roaches. Yes,
that's what makes him mostly annoying in the early game. And there are a couple of lings. They're probably just going to chase around the tank, make sure it doesn't... it can't stay in one position too long, and hopefully that'll mess up their micro and you'll be able to snipe down the medevac. Just a whole series of events, but you do need some lings to help you out initially. But there is the Nidus Worm. Oh boy.
Yep, classic Bly.
Sometimes when we say Bly, it just sounds like we're being really lazy. Classic Blah.
Like we're just stopping and giving up like halfway through, yeah. But unfortunately for Bly, he's not going to be able to use the Nidus. Goody didn't just drop with the tank, he's actually brought a whole push with him this time around. Transfuse not available for this queen. In fact, it's the only queen with Transfuse, ironically enough. Overlord's going to get picked off. Goody is supply blocked harshly. He doesn't have a command center coming at home. Everything's so messy for him. If Bly holds this simply, Bly is going to be very nicely set in this game. However, not so good so far. Burrow's not done. The slow Burrow movement speed isn't done yet either. And while he's picking up a couple of the Marines, he's taking a lot of tank fire.
Ooh, decided to go for the Night Swarm rather than cleaning this up first.
He's feeling confident that it will take too long to push in. That the tank fire, while good, will not eradicate him before he eradicates Goody. I do like what Goody's doing with the Raven. Probably has a pretty good idea how Bly plays, but doesn't want to be burning scans every 4 seconds. We'll see if he has enough to hold this. That tank out doesn't really mean a lot right now. Other side of the map, he has cleaned up one of the tanks, still picking up and dropping all over the place, but you know, Bly's sitting on what is this? Oh, he lost a lot of drones to this Banshee.
Damn.
I didn't realize the Banshee came in.
I have a problem.
Oh, one Marine
Suddenly
has
things
been...
get a lot messier.
Yo, one Marine has been slowly killing that Nidus from this whole time. I think it's not like Goody's in a pretty good spot. That tank does go down. These roaches are not playing the Burrow games. Bly was busy microing back at home, but he has one tank, one Marine. What can this really do? Another Nidus Swarm coming down. He's going to insist on investing into this. What's in here? 5, 6 roaches? I don't think it's going to be worth it. A little bit sad that you can't cancel it.
Yeah, it's too bad. He will clean up the rest of the army that's in his main and natural, though, but now it's a really awkward situation where it's still 1 base versus 2. But, now Goody has the units that are better at turtling. Bly, I don't think he can really afford to go into like a spy or anything.
God, it's still going to be like another full minute before this creep proceeds too.
Yeah, that's certainly true. Bly does sit on a 3rd. And I guess he's going to continue investing into roaches, getting that tumbling claws.
I set the clock, 7:03. When does this creep finally clean up?
Oh.
I'm saying 7:33. That's my guess.
You know what people say they love the smell of fresh cut grass?
No.
I don't understand that. Doesn't that just smell like gasoline?
No. I think they're talking about the smell that's left afterwards, like that really greedy smell.
I know, but it's not what I associate with freshly cut grass.
Oh, well, I just get really sneezy around it, so I'm like, no, thank you.
Oh, okay. Well, for me, I just always think gasoline. So now I have like people like spraying our plants right now.
Damn it, I was so close. 36. I said 33. 7:36.
Well, you don't get the prize then, Rifkin.
No, I don't. It's the lowest without going over. I know how this works. But, okay, so I'm actually thinking... I'm actually wondering, so, for your gasoline smell, where's the context of it? You just, like, go huff some gasoline at your local gas station, come home and be like, yeah, that smells about right.
What? No. Like, my windows are open, right? So whenever someone, like, mows their grass, I smell the gasoline long before I get to smell the fresh cut grass.
How do you know it's gasoline and not, like, butane?
Like, what?
How do you know it's gasoline and not butane?
Butane? I guess I don't.
Butane's
I don't know what that is.
That's what you put in lighters. I'm just messing with you. While this Nidus Swarm does distract and pull the entire army away, to the main no less, Raven giving chase, we do have the roaches sneak over here to the natural, so Bly is going to burrow on top of the tank, pick it off really quick, even get the SCV building that turret. And, well, this is this is Bly for you, I guess. Goody's still down in supply in a pretty nasty way. He's trying to get some Marines out, he's trying to get Stim, he's going into Bio, but I don't know how well Bio's going to work against somebody like Bly.
Oh.
Roaches are going to split too, so they can move pretty quick if they decide to burrow.
It'd be cool if you went into Biomech and went Marauder tanks. We've seen like Journey do this. If you know your opponent's going to go into roaches heavily.
Man, roaches can take a bloody hit. Siege tank fire, friendly fire is pretty nasty as well, but looks like most of the roaches have been cleaned up. There's about 2 left here in the natural, trying to pick off a couple more SCVs. I mean, Goody's down to 35 workers. That 3rd CC's not finished yet. Bly took some worker losses early, but nothing like this.
Definitely getting worse for Goody, who I really did not expect to go for Bio. That really changes the way, like, what it means to take damage, you know? Because if you take damage, but you're going to turtle on 3 bases anyways, well, then hopefully you can get ESCs back fast enough and turtle long enough. But when you go Bio, you really don't turtle.
Well, you know what they say, right, Zombie Grub?
Turtles live 100 years.
No, 5th time's the charm.
Alright then.
He'll probably do another once the Hydras come out. I wish this was timed out a little bit better, because I think those Hydras would actually wreck most of what's here. However, not going to get the opportunity to see if that's the case or not. Neither player has any upgrades moving for them, by the way. Combi Shields and Stim, I guess, technically upgrades for Mr. Terran, but these are your essential 1-2s, not your 1-1 upgrades.
Mr. Terran.
Monsieur Goody. At the same time, Bly's been fighting this whole time without Hive Tech, without Blinding Clouds. I don't think he needs upgrades as much as his opponent, but if he is going Roach Hydra and no longer Nidus, he's going to need the Vipers.
Yes, I think the Vipers over upgrades are a pretty good choice here. He's also securing a 4th base. They happen to get some pretty nice cross positions for the Zerg player, so any push from Goody is going to take a while. It's kind of surprising the last push did what it did, considering that. But he's going to try and go out here again. It's just about halfway now. But man, that's just... I mean, how does he know that there aren't like 5 roaches about to attack his 3rd? Or another Nidus Worm in his main?
It's kind of a risky move that I think he feels he needs to take. Goody has not taken that much damage objectively, but it definitely... I can understand why he feels like he may have. Nidus Worm in the main goes in, but there's nothing to come out. It's a little bit awkward.
Gotcha.
Not falling for it though, still giving chase down this side of the map. Gets out of that tank range best he can. Turns around, tries to turn it onto the Marines, but getting back in the tank fire is going to be really harmful if he decides to go back into it. Pulls all the drones outside of the base, so the newly formed 4th / soon-to-be new 3rd.
I like that the Vipers stopped draining from the cat tree that was dying. Yeah, they are ready to go now, I think. With some Blinding Clouds.
I don't know Blinding Clouds. Again,
not even necessary.
Abducts. I think Abducts would be best.
Oh, or Parasitic Bomb.
Because he knows what's up and he kills the 2nd medevac too. GG! Bly, ladies and gentlemen, will take game number 1 in this best of 3 final series.